It's Kambada, the shaman, the god, the crack baby. And right now you're tuned in to Kofi's Universe, the number one and most truest source for hip hop news, reaction videos, sports, black culture, and much, much more. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button now. Bada.
Only have top level lyricists on a Clipse album. You got to be a top level lyricist. You have to be a somebody who has their own lane. You got to be legend status.
Yeah.
You got to be up and coming new, but people can see you can see the fucking what's special.
Yeah.
Like that's it. It wasn't even nothing. I mean, you've heard it now. So what I'm saying is, you know that it was only optics.
Yeah.
This wasn't about nobody jumping out the window on anybody or anything like that. It was the mere optics of Clipse with Kendrick coming out on Def Jam under UMG. They weren't going to deal with that while this whole lawsuit situation was going on.
YouTube salute. All right, the Clipse. They sat down with Elliot West, new podcast, Elliot Wilson Experience, and talked about top level lyricists that will be on the Let God Sort 'Em Out album. If you're new to my channel, thumbs up the video, hit that sub button, click that bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. So, the Clipse. Right now, the people that's featured on the album, we have Nas, you have Kendrick Lamar, you have Tyler the Creator, you have Ab Liva, and Stove God Cooks. I'm sorry, those are the 5 rappers. John Legend, Pharrell, they not rapping, they just probably singing whatever, yada yada yada. That's fine, whatever. But as far as the rappers, those are some dope rappers right there. That's the best rappers in the game. So when you think of top lyricists, Nas is a top lyricist. Kendrick Lamar is a top lyricist. Stove God Cooks. People gonna know who he is now. If they didn't know who he is, he's one of my favorite MCs right now. Him and Bodie James, yes. Benny the Butcher, yes. So the Clipse have always had top lyricists on their albums. Think about when it came to Lord Willin. Lord Willin, they had Roscoe P. Coltrane, they had Ab Liva, they had Fabulous, they had Jadakiss, Styles P, Lil Wayne, Nori was on there, Cardinal, Offshaw at that time. Who else they had? Oh, Hell Have No Fury. I know they had whatchamacallit, damn. I gotta go to the track list real quick. But I know they had Slim Thug was on there. Slim Thug is really not a lyricist to me, but he was hot at that time. So I can give him that. Ab Liva was on there again. They had the Re-Up Gang. They had Bilal, But Pusha T, even with his solo albums and the things he was always doing, or till the casket drops. They had Cameron. A lot of people forget about that. They had Kanye West. He ain't no lyricist, but it was just the time of having somebody big besides Cameron. They had Yo Gotti, really not a lyricist. But if you look at Pusha T's albums, his albums that came out like in 2013, you had Rick Ross, Ab Liva, Jeezy, Kendrick, um, Daytona. He had, who did he have? Rick Ross? Yeah, he had Rick Ross, Kanye West. I don't want to count that. But in his last album, well, Beanie Siegel was on The Darkest Before Dawn. He was on that. I will say that. And that was a hard ass track right there. You had Beanie Siegel, he had A$AP Rocky, Ab Liva. Um, but as far as lyricists, he had Jay-Z on his Almost Dry. Yeah, that was probably his brother was on there, but you have a lot of people that resent Pusha T right now because of the album rollout of the Clipse. They really resent him. Somebody made a post on social media, and I'm gonna read it to you. This man said Pusha T mastered the tri-state influence hip hop lane without being dusty or outdated. He keeps it fresh and unconventional without chasing trends. He's secretly resented by a few other NYC rappers who are looked as dusty because of this. Talking about Jim Jones. There's more, but the Clipse hate is weird. Rappers that really rap should be getting props. Why is that bothering people? Pusha T posted this on IG and said, "Sir, I don't know who you are, but do you think you can ghostwrite this for me in rap form? Whole song, please. This is the best take I've seen this whole rollout. The secret resentment is no longer a secret, and I love it." He's right. I'm tired of the secret resentment they have. Jim Jones, isn't even a full rapper. He's probably a quarter of a rapper, not even that. He's the court jester. That's who Jim Jones is to me. Um, and he's done a better job clowning himself. You know, to me, the Clips is doing a great job. I'm proud of them as far as everything that's happening for them. Everybody's giving them props. Kendrick is giving them props. Tyler, the Creator. You know, um, the Griselda camp. Everybody I see is giving them props. They're shouting them out. Absol, JID. I'm like, damn, everybody. But when you have everybody I guess they mad because they feel like, damn, all they do is talk about, cocaine, drugs, yada yada yada, switch it up. But my thing is, they're not just talking about the cocaine. Their wordplay with the cocaine is on a whole nother level. It's like it's up there with the best of the best. Like, think about when Jeezy was rapping at that time. Jeezy had his own lane for that, and you could even touch him. When Jay-Z would talk about it, he had his own lane. See what I'm saying? Like, it takes special people to actually give you a vivid picture, give you something else what they can do. That's my thing. So the way they give you this display, this creative landscape when it comes to drugs and cocaine, all these rappers can't do it. That's why they heated and mad. But wordplay, lyricism, creativity, the lyrical content, the storytelling, you know, the visual graphics they put on record is unbelievable. It's surreal to me. Post your comments below. Poke smash Black Panther the like button, subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. If you want to support, donate to the channel, I have Patreon. Patreon.com/Kofi Universe. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs. Everything's in the description. Until next time, salute.